Meltology is the study and exploration of melted structures that were damaged during an extreme heat event that apparently took place in our not-so-distant past. We're talking temperatures well above 6,000 degrees. The evidence is all around us. You just can't miss the melt. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Once you see the melted bricks, you won't fall for their lame-ass tricks. Geologist, you're fired. The word mountain has no standardized geological meaning, so there's that. Meltology 101. Boom, baby. Tardy glue buffet right here. A successful woman is a woman who can lay a firm foundation with the bricks that others have thrown at her. I don't have haters, I have fans in denial, baby. This is a jackwagon free zone. How many people were in the car when JFK was assassinated? Boom, baby.
It's showtime. It's showtime.
What is up, everybody? I don't know what happened with that last drop, but I had to hit it again. It didn't work on my end. We got 15 people here so far. Welcome, everyone. And of course, I have my brother from another mother, my wingman, my co-pilot. SHEPU is here with me in the house.
Hi, Jen.
Hi. How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
All right. I'm doing okay as well. I'm happy to be here with you tonight.
Yeah, me too. I missed the last show. So
I know. I don't like going solo, but I guess it's good once in a while because I do a lot of talking and really getting into everything. And it's just I just drill down on whatever I'm looking at.
no, it was really good. So I always loved listening to you before we did show. So I can't anymore because I'm there. So
You're here. That's right. Welcome, Brown Knight, and Trish Clark is here. Jenny Murphy's in the house. As you guys know, JMB is here as well. I have about 8 or 9 names so far for the hoodie giveaway. And in case anybody doesn't know, here it is. It's pinned in the comment. If you would like to try to win this free hoodie that's being given away, donated by Setneg. I really appreciate that too. Whoever wins will get a free hoodie sent to them, whatever size, color you want. And all you got to do is enter your name, send me an email with the subject matter being contest. So it stands out from my other emails, and your name will be drawn. I'll put all the names in the hat, and the name will be drawn on the 23rd. So that gives you guys 2 weeks in case people are not watching my live streams or, whatever, but it's going to be 2 weeks time period for everybody to get their names in. And like I said, it doesn't cost anything. All you got to do is email me with your name and the subject matter being contest. So yeah, that should be a lot of fun. And I think I'm going to do something like this maybe every couple of months. Just it seems like a really good idea, and I think it's awesome. Be a lot of fun.
it's a really good idea to do that.
Yeah, it's something fun, and it was really nice of them to donate the hoodie. So the cost of the hoodie, I should say. So I'm not going to order anything, obviously, until whoever wins, because I won't know what size or color they want or anything. So there's no hoodie ordered yet, but the winner will get to decide what color they want, if they want the definition or just Meltology 101. But yeah, they're really nice hoodies. SHEPU has 2 hoodies. I have like 3 or 4 hoodies. And they're really good quality. Everybody who's gotten one so far really likes them. And, winter's coming. So
yeah, I got a red one and white one. The white one, I tried to not wear it too much because I wore my red one and I did like work cutting wood and stuff, and I got it like a little bit too dirty.
Oh yeah, you got to watch with the white one. The white one's really nice. I like it.
Yeah,
I like how that turned out.
No, I like the definition, on it.
Yeah, we're using the Rubik's wet paint. It's kind of drippy looking font, so that's really cool too. It gives it another whole level of coolness to it compared to the Chunky 5 font that I was using before. What's up, Curtis? I'm glad to see you here. Better Than Gold's in the house. Welcome, everybody. And Joy is here. Joyful One. Praise y'all. Yes, I agree. I love you guys. And I had a lot of really good feedback from the last live stream. A lot of newer people who are coming over either from CFM's channel or JT's channel, or just happen to be finding my channel, are really interested in hearing about the DJEDs. And I think there was somebody up here who had said something in the chat about it. Let me see here. Where did it go? Oh, JMB says, been nonstop thinking of DJEDs ever since your last video. Thank you for the mental stimulation. And yeah, we're going to go over that. We're going to cover it, and we are going to hit the cemeteries and explain all that, and get better familiarized with what this technology is and what they've been doing with it, and hiding it, where they've been hiding it in plain sight. So it should be a lot of fun. On one of our shows recently, which is called Another Piece to the Puzzle, we tackled the cart ruts, that the ancient supposed cart ruts that is found in numerous places in Europe. And just recently, I came across some here in America, and we're going to get into that as well.
Nice.
Because we've pretty much determined, without a doubt, that these cart ruts are not cart ruts. They're actually tram and trolley cars. And if you look at a lot of the old world photos from the 1800s, even though the cities are empty, a lot of them, you always see trolley cars or trams, tram car rails and stuff like that. And even like places like Naples, which is right next to Pompeii and Vesuvius, has trolley tracks and tram tracks on very narrow streets with very small sidewalks. And the gauges for those tram and trolley tracks equals out to the gauges for the cart ruts. And, you know, a lot of the other people who have researched these topics have agreed that, yes, they are very similar to the tram and trolley tracks, but they couldn't possibly be tram and trolley tracks because the old world didn't have that type of technology. Pompeii is from 79 AD. They were an ancient civilization who did not have modern technology. But we know that all that is a lie, and those narratives are nothing but BS. And Pompeii sure did have trolley and tram tracks, and they were using those. And metal was found in the streets of Pompeii. Of course, they give the narrative that it's for filling potholes, but we know that's a bunch of BS too. Or at least they assume that they were used for potholes, smelting metal into the holes and stuff. What's up, Meltdown Under? Carrie's here. Welcome, everybody. I just want to tell everybody, if there's any problems in the chat, you know, take it outside of this chat. I don't want to hear any arguing or bickering or anything like that. We're all here to enjoy our time together and learn something new. And of course, praise Yah, of course, obviously, because this is what it's all about, is discovering the truth and all the lies we've been told and living our lives accordingly. What's up? Yeah. What's up, Tataria Japan? Welcome, Candy. Welcome. I love the little video that you put up of me that talking about flat Earth. I thought that was really cool. Thank you so much for doing that. CFM might join us. I'm not sure if he's going to or not. It's kind of up in the air, but he might be here as well. So I did put him in the title. And of course, his channel link is linked down below. Also, SHEPU's merch store, his 2 merch stores are linked below, and so is his channel. And I need to put our display names up. But on SHEPU's channel, he has all of our live streams that we've done. On my channel right now, currently, I have the live streams that I've done over the last few months. But, you know, I've had 3 or 4 channels taken down in the last year and a half. So there's a plethora of live streams that people are not familiar with that I've done because they're not here on my channel. Go to SHEPU's channel. They're all there in their entirety for the most part. And also there's the Ripple Effect archive on BitChute, which is linked on my channel. You can get to that through my channel as well. It'll tell you that there's a PayPal link and one more link, or excuse me, a BitChute link, and then the PayPal link after that. So that should be easy for you to find all those as well. And of course, thank you, Curtis. This is SHEPU's channel right here. If you guys want to click on it, bookmark it, save it, and it's also in the description below.
Yeah, I just had it like 5 or 6 on the BitChute channel. And 3 of them are not on my channel either, so they're only on BitChute. So if you want to see those episodes, you need to go on the BitChute.
Absolutely. And what was I doing over here? Okay, hold on. I was just checking a couple of tabs I had up here that I have to close out. All right, where are we at here? Let me come back over here to you.
Yeah,
there we go.
I didn't have really time. You know, I just got here 3 minutes before the show because I was doing a lot of things. I just got home like 20 minutes ago.
Oh,
so
okay. Well, it's all good.
I had to go help my cousin to do something, and I thought I wouldn't make it, but I did.
I'm glad you made it. I got to
Yeah.
find something again. Where are we going to start here tonight? I got so many tabs up here, so many interesting things to look at. Let me just scroll through here.
I'm having trouble like sleeping like a couple days because of my yeah.
I've been having trouble sleeping as well, but I always do, and it's a real pain in the ass when you don't get caught up on your sleep. It really takes a toll on you. Wagon wheels. Okay, I'm going to start here, I think. We're going to go and check out these the supposed wagon wheels.
Thank you, Jiro. I don't know.
Your research is excellent, and I think it would convey the truth of the melted world to the rest. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, let me get into a screen share here. I thought this was really interesting, guys.
Yeah, that's a good question. Joyful one.
Where? All right, let me get to the wagon wheels here. Is this them here? Yeah, okay. I think this is it. Yeah. All right, can you see this okay?
Yes.
All right, let's see all images. Okay, so this is the Bull Creek. I think it's at Bull Creek, Texas, Austin, Texas. Look at these, SHEPU.
In Texas. Nice.
Yeah, right?
Be close to the Texas wall. The Texas
probably. I don't know. The Texas wall thing is crazy. It goes through a couple of different states. But we had not covered any real cart ruts or anything in America. We were mostly in Europe. Yeah. But yeah, I thought that was really, really interesting. So these cart ruts supposedly are wagon wheels. Here they're wagon wheels. Over in Europe, they're cart ruts. Okay, but they have to say these are wagon wheels here because everybody went west to tame the
These ones, you see how they are positioned. They are exactly like rails. It's
absolutely. And I would have to probably have to assume at this point, without knowing for sure, that these would gauge out to the same specs as the cart ruts, which happen to just gauge out to the same specs as trolley and tram tracks. And we went through all that on our last live stream, which is right here. It's called The Ripple Effect, Another Piece to the Puzzle. And if you go down my live streams on this channel a little ways, you'll see it there. And it's chock full of information. We went over the gauges and everything. We covered a lot of stuff on this show, not just the cart ruts, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, how many? 3 hours. Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it was 3 hours and 15 minutes. And what else do I have here? Okay, I got that one. All right, so let's just look here real quick. I'm going to look down here a little bit. Funny thing about Austin, look at this one here too. This one's weird. These ones, they're kind of wavy and weird looking through here, but they're pretty much straight. They're really interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go back.
But yeah, no, that's.
Now this is what they look like actually. Some kind of tram or trolley tracks here. Let me see what the title is of this. Wagon tracks at Bull Creek. Let me click this. What do they have to say here? Information to it's AI. All this AI junk that keeps coming up. It is ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. There's a new channel I kept popping on my feed on Facebook. It's a fake history channel, the same logo. He posts like a real location, but he adds like stuff in it that's not there usually. And today I just posted that after a couple times, and I've seen, why do you keep posting fake AI pictures of real places? Because it's not like that. And they deleted my comments. So
yeah, we're gonna have to watch out with severe misinformation taking place from this point forward. I just watched a lady who got scammed on Facebook, or almost scammed. What somebody did was used her daughter's voice. Now, I'm assuming that somebody hacked her daughter's phone and must have been recording or got a sample of her voice and was able to mimic it with an AI. And this AI voice of her daughter called the mother saying she was in an accident, all this stuff. And then a guy got on the phone telling her what she needed to do and everything. And the lady was freaking out. She thought it was real. She's like flying down the highway trying to get to her daughter and all this stuff. And this guy was very demanding about what she needed to do and all this crazy stuff. And it turned out to be, it was an AI and somebody, behind it. It's just insanity what's taking place. I'm sure if something like that happened with me, I mean, if I had a phone call from my son, it sounded just like him. I mean, there was no difference in the voice or anything, or the way he talks to me, or what he calls me. He doesn't call me mom; he calls me mama. So it's just like, these little things that convince you wouldn't think otherwise that it was somebody fake doing this, or an AI voice that's mimicking your child's voice or something.
Yeah,
it's really crazy. And it's going to get crazier. That's the crazy part. It's going to get crazier, and I don't even know what to do with that at this point.
Yeah, I've seen some new ones. Usually, like last year or maybe 2 years ago, you needed like a big paragraph to really synthesize your voice. Now they can just do it with one phrase.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. It is really insane. Really, really insane. I had one come across my computer here through Microsoft. It said it was Microsoft, and it was said there was some kind of issue with my computer and that I needed to call them right away, and that they wanted me to do all this stuff and everything. And I'm like, yeah, no, click. That's a scam. But it came up right up on my computer, and it looked real. And it was like my screen was locked up and everything. I couldn't do anything. Wow. But of course, once the scammers realized they weren't going to be able to do anything with me, or I wasn't going to comply with whatever they wanted, and that I was on to them, I was able to restart my computer and everything was fine. But it's a scary situation, especially for people out there who aren't used to this technology and are very easily susceptible to this type of con that's taking place. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, exactly.
These are wagon wheel tracks from 1870 near Superior, Arizona. We're going to be looking into all this stuff again real soon. We're going to do a part 2 of the cart ruts and break them all down and find out if we can find measurements on these supposed wagon wheel ruts and stuff. Sure, I think that there definitely could be wagon wheel impressions of people using certain trails and different stuff like that. I'm not going to deny that at all. Sure, I think it could be a thing. But I also know that there was an old world that had gotten hit by an X Factor event, and a lot of this stuff melted.
What I said the last time on the show, even if they are like cartwheels, the soil that they made impression in, it's not regular soil. It's not regular mud, because regular mud, when it's rain, it becomes mud, But this type of mud, it's hard like a rock. So there's something else in this mud that they, so, and the something else is probably the remains and the powdered buildings and.
Right. Like these ones here that are in Bull Creek District. Okay. These look just like the ones we're seeing in Malta and all over different parts of Europe, the ones that go right into the water and they don't even know where they end because they go down into the water and stuff. This is hard stone right here. This is just like what we're seeing in Europe.
Yeah. So what kind of mud that becomes stones, Now
this one here looks like dirt and mud. It even looks like there may have been a cart that went through here recently even. I don't know. This does look like kind of like a rugged kind of, not so stony as the last one. You know what I mean? Not so solid looking like this here. So I'm not sure about these ones here. I don't know if somebody brought another cart here to see if it worked. This line here looks kind of fresh. But I don't know for sure. I'd have to look more into these pictures. I haven't delved into all of them to check out what they all look like in these areas. Like this one here. What's this one?
These ones could be like a real 4x4 tracks. I've seen like some in trails here. I don't know what kind of soil this is, but I see some here. But when the winter comes and all the water, it really becomes like flat after a while. So I don't know
Right.
these ones. It's in Arizona, so they could stay like that a bit longer.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely interesting though. They never came up in my search last time when we covered all this stuff. So we're gonna have to do a part 2 and see what else we can find for America. I know that they had one somewhere going over. John Levi covered it, where it looked like the wagons were going up over stones. Like, why would you take your wagon up over these stones? Oh, you can see how the wheels of the wagon wore out the stone. Are you kidding me? Oh boy.
No, there's some people that were trying to find like new things to call them. Like they were saying that they were like tanks,
Oh, yeah.
ruts, because in the 1940s there were a lot of mud, but
Mhm.
it was real mud, So no,
Yeah, you got to make it make sense, and that shit don't make sense.
no, because the tanks are way wider. They're not the same, and like you show on the last time, you really found like the width of the tracks and the width of the cart are exactly the same thing, so
Yeah, I'm trying to get to that location in the video here where I show the gauge marks on it. That's what I'm looking for right now.
but did I just sent you did I send you that link, the width?
Did you send it to me?
I think so. The first one I sent you.
Here, I'll check it out. Let me see what we got here.
Yeah, it's 4 feet, 0.85 inches, something like this.
Yeah. Let me
Yeah, I
see.
think the first one that I sent you just before the show.
For Snopes, is it Snopes? Fact check railroad gauges, right?
Oh, yes, I think, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But
Yep, I see it right here. U.S. standard railway gauges with between 4 feet 8.5 inches. Yeah.
and oh yeah, and there was this other one, they compared the space shuttle with the Roman chariots, 8 feet. What?
Hold on, let me come off this for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember looking at this site before. Okay, hold on. Here it is. Okay, the railroad gauges. Oh, here it is right here. An interesting extension to the story about railroad gauges and horses behinds. Okay. When we see a space shuttle sitting on a launch pad, there are 2 big booster rockets attached to the sides of the main fuel tank. These are solid rocket boosters, SRBs. The SRBs are made by Thiokol at their factory in Utah. The engineers who designed the SRBs might have preferred to make them a bit fatter, but the SRB had to be shipped by train factory to launch from the factory to the launch site. The railroad line from the factory had to run through a tunnel in the mountains. The SRB had to fit through the tunnel. The tunnel is slightly wider than the railroad tracks. The railroad tracks is about as wide as two horses behinds. So the major design feature of what is arguably the world's most advanced transportation system was determined over 2,000 years ago with the width of a horse's ass. I like it.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So it's a standard for these tracks, the train tracks and the wheel of the.
Okay, so here it says here, upon measuring the distance between them, he found it to be in the neighborhood of 4 feet 8 inches, 8.5 inches, and not doubting that Romans had adopted this gauge only after much experience, he determined he determined to use it as a standard in construction of his railroads. So they're already admitting here that the Roman cart ruts and stuff like that are gauging out at 4 feet 8 inches as well. But you have to factor in the melt. They're a little slightly off in certain areas because of the melt, because of expansion and stuff like that. But basically, all of them gauge out to the same as what we're using as tram and trolley tracks, railroad tracks today.
The Roman carts are the same as the tracks that we have.
Yeah. The Roman carts, the cart ruts.
Coincidence? We don't believe.
I think the old world, which wasn't so old after all, I don't think Pompeii is any older than Naples or Old Town Philadelphia, where Betsy Ross's house is. I think that they're all the same. They all had trams and trolleys, just like we see our modern cities today, that we still use those same tram and trolley tracks that have been around since what we determine to be the old world. They're not ancient in any form or fashion at all. So we naturally expect ancient and modern clothing to be similar size. Okay, they start getting into sizes of clothes and stuff here. This is an interesting site. I don't think this is the one I shared, but anyway, it says, are U.S. railroad gauges based on Roman chariots? And the chariots would be just as equal as any cart going down a cart. Like say in Pompeii, they had their horses and their carts. They weren't doing chariots down there. A chariot is made for chariot races, but still it doesn't matter. The gauge on the wheels and the width of them are the same as the carts. It's just that the chariots would have been made a little bit different for racing, if that's really what they did back then. But it would be a slimmer type cart. It would only be for one person and all that stuff like that. Another thing is there's no hoof marks in front of these.
No, exactly. That's
the main thing. There's no hoof marks to be found anywhere. And of course,
a row of horse way more than
Exactly. Yeah, the horses weigh more than the carts themselves. So you would have deep impressions of cart ruts and the deep impressions of the hooves of the animal, the horses going down. And we don't see that.
Yeah.
Hey Johnny, what's up? Welcome.
If you do the reverse effect, if they found these railroad tracks, they had to say that the Romans' cart were the same weight as these tracks, because if they removed some, they had to have a backstory for them. So
yeah,
this is how they do it.
All right, I'm just looking around here real quick. Okay, so let me get back over here into the screen here real quick. Entire screen. Okay, so anybody who was watching the last show, y'all know that I was really looking for a picture, and it was really pissing me off that I couldn't find it. I had it in my file. I didn't have it like ready to go on for the show. It was in one of my files. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I had the picture the whole time. It was just in one of my files. So this is what we're looking at here, guys. We were talking about the DJED columns, and a lot of people are new to this. They haven't heard about it before. I was telling you guys about it on the last show and sharing some websites with you guys of how I've learned about them and come along this journey and realize that a lot of the tech that we see on tops of buildings are actually down on the ground. And the ones that are down on the ground in front of buildings, they're the same type of things that we're seeing in graveyards and cemeteries. And as you can see here, this is a very common standing column. We see this everywhere, in every city, every town, and in almost every cemetery that you go to. You will see a standing column. If not one in the center as a turnaround in the cemetery, you will see it throughout the cemetery as monuments. These are actually DJED columns, I think, that were left over when they came in to clean up the cities and they were going to repopulate. They had to get rid of a lot of these because I think they were in front of a lot of different things, not just strategically where they're at now in certain locations. Like, say, for this picture, it's, a town square of some sort. The pillars there, they probably slapped some plaques on it to make it look like it's a monument to some particular war or person. And people are none the wiser. They're just walking around doing their thing. They don't think twice about this column right here. But it actually had a function on the grid. Now this one here could be Baroque. I say Baroque because there is a certain style of architecture called Baroque architecture. And I feel that they call it Baroque is because it's broke. It doesn't work anymore. When I heard that term Baroque, which is a French term, I believe, I laughed my ass off because I'm like, yeah, it's Baroque. This shit don't work no more. And if it doesn't work and they don't have an explanation for what it's doing there, they're going to get rid of it and they're going to put it somewhere else. And I think a lot of these wound up in graveyards, in cemeteries, these standing columns, these obelisks, these very strange looking, sort of pyramidal looking monuments with a ball or an urn on top, which I think I have one of those here. I wanted to show you guys. Let me see where it's at.
Yeah, in French, it sounds like baroque.
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 Where did I have that one picture at? Let me see here. No, I don't think it's that one. Let me see if it's downloads.
Hey, hi, rethink. Yeah, Melanie is really late.
Really late.
Really late.
It's a melted house. All right, hold on. Let me see.
Mélanie est en retard. Mais où est Mélanie?
Vivi, Melanie. That's funny. Okay, here's one here. It's a little hard to see, but I'll scroll in on it here. You can see that there's this type of structure here down on the ground. It looks very much like the top steeple of a cathedral. You can't really see it that much on this one here, but again, it's right here. This is exactly this type of stuff that we're seeing in cemeteries. Let me see if I have another one.
This is like the waterworks in...
oh, yeah.
The water tower in, where is it again? Chicago? But yeah.
I don't know if this one's Chicago or not.
Not... Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me get out of this file here. It's okay. I got a whole bunch of stuff up here. All right. We're going to go to that in just a minute.
But yeah, we are earlier than usual today. So.
Oh, you mean for the show tonight?
Yeah.
Well, we usually do them around 6:30, especially in the wintertime. We've been doing them a little bit later lately. What do I want to show you guys here? I'm just looking around on this thing real quick. Here's another example of a DJED. Oh, what is this? What is this? Get away from me. Huge standing column. See how small the people are right here? And it goes up to this. This happens to be an angel with a cross on it. But again, like I always tell you guys, it's the same thing. It doesn't matter how you dress it up or what design you have on it. They're all the same, these columns.
Yeah. In the old world, always not do something like only for one purpose, multiple purposes for everything. And this one, not only could like create distribute energy, but also like could have the airships porting device,
yes.
Because you always have these stairways that goes up there.
Absolutely, yes. And they have ones that are massive, ones that are smaller, obelisks out front of buildings, old world buildings and stuff. We saw the World's Fair buildings from 1893 that have obelisks on the buildings themselves. Obelisks on the buildings. It's no accident that everybody has obelisks everywhere, guys.
Go
ahead.
Oh, JMB says, yep, it's the Chicago in the waterworks.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for that. But yeah, we're gonna blow your mind today, guys. We're gonna really blow your mind today. It gives you a whole new perspective when you see things like this of what these things were for.
These water towers in French, they call them water castles. We don't even call them water towers. And many of the old world ones, they were like castles. So.
Yeah.
Now we do like cheap water towers with only like a tube and some steel post. I don't know the word.
Okay, so here we are in cemeteries. This is Chicago Historical Cemetery, but it doesn't matter which one you go to. You can go to any historical cemetery, and if you go to the ones over in like Scotland and England and stuff, you really see some amazing stuff there. But as you can see, as you scroll through here, there is a plethora of obelisks everywhere.
We have a special guest.
Oh, is CFM here?
Yes.
Welcome, CFM. Can you bring him in?
Hi, CFM.
Hey.
Hi.
How's it going? I got to turn this off downstairs here.
What?
Well, you got to do it without the volume. Otherwise, I hear it twice. So, hi, everyone. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring the show to a screeching halt. I was invited, so.
Oh, no, you're good. Don't worry about it. You're good. You're good.
Hi, SHEPU.
Hi, CFM.
It's always fun to be on screen with both of you. So,
always.
Plus, on your show, all I have to do is just sit here and make fun of people in the chat. Basically, a chatter that gets to talk to people. So.
Now we're talking about obelisks, CFM, and standing columns, and what their functionality might have been, and how they're all over these cemeteries. This is bringing me back to the days of Steve JMO and all of our live streams we would do on cemeteries and stuff.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
like these types of things you see in the old world all over the place. You see them all over the world's fairs as well. Again, like I said, the tech is inside. It doesn't matter what the outside looks like. They dress it up how they want. The tech is very simple, just like a Tesla coil is extremely simple, and you need only a few materials to make a Tesla coil. It's the same that goes with these monuments and stuff, which aren't monuments. They were actually tech, in my opinion, at one time. Look at this obelisk. It's crazy.
Yeah, for sure. They always add like these golden tops, either like a pointy gold or even a cross or anything. Because
I think one of the very first conversations that you really you were having that really piqued my interest was, you're like, where are all the dead people going? Because the cemetery should have been filled up at this point.
Yeah.
And then, of course, when you look into that and you dig into that rabbit hole, it's like an Illuminati kind of thing. Like only certain families are allowed to run cemeteries and mortuaries and crematoriums and stuff. And so, yeah, it's a really weird thing, because then there's cemeteries that have like subways underneath them. So what is it, very short? Is the body, and then there's a subway tunnel? Like, how does that all work?
Yeah, it's crazy. Absolutely
And
crazy.
there's that chasm that's real creepy.
Yeah.
Steve had gone into a couple of them and found that there was brick tunnels underneath the cemeteries and stuff. One of the ones that he was in, it was really crazy. And he was finding a lot of anomalous things going on, especially on the cemeteries that are tiered up and have different levels to them.
Yeah, exactly. Those were really interesting when he found it, because on top of these, there's always a big, like a mansion,
Yeah.
It's really interesting. And
it makes way much more sense, like you're saying, that they took the tops of the buildings and then just put them here and call it a cemetery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
then you get your sign makers in that just put in dates and we're all good to go, right?
But the most
Exactly. That's
interesting
exactly what they do. Yes, that's exactly what they do.
Yeah.
And the plaque makers and whoever was making all the bricks, they dominated the scene, I gotta tell you.
Yeah. The most interesting thing for me about cemeteries, it's why, or when did we start to bury the dead inside boxes, first of all, but because I think that it retards like the process of decomposing your body, entirely,
you
to
could go
return to the earth.
They were buying special areas to bury people, but they didn't say anything about putting them in a box first.
Yeah, because
Right.
I think it has to do with your entire decomposition process, returning to the earth, returning to the what God source and everything. But if you're like your body, I know, yeah, that your soul is not there, but if your body, it's part of you, and if it's stuck here some way, maybe it takes more time to process the thing. I don't know how it works. I cannot.
I agree. In some way, like everything else, it's to stop or retard the normal process that God set up in the
Yep.
earth.
Yep.
And so,
Yeah.
yeah, the moment we were just, if you go for the stories, God, made us out of dirt and clay or whatever, and He breathed life into us. That's when we got our soul.
Yeah.
And then once we die, that returns, and then ashes to ashes, dust to dust, kind of thing.
Yes.
But if you stick it inside a fancy case and a box and this, that, and the other, or even the people that are getting cremated and then go into an urn, and I don't know, it's just like there's so many ways that they're separating us from the
Yes.
natural process.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
So that's probably it's a reason of why they started doing that type of funeral or stuff, because usually what they were doing, they either burn it and put it right away in the ground, or just buried it in the ground directly so it returns. But like you said, if it's stuck in a box, it doesn't do it. So.
Yeah, and the amount of money, I mean, my
Oh.
goodness, to bury someone.
Yeah.
That's why I just have a backhoe and property. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's the most lucrative business. You will never run out of dead people. It's
Are you gonna do the dad joke? Yeah, people die. People are always dying to get in the cemetery.
yeah.
Where's the?
We don't have that one.
That's funny. Oh, you can see this column here is made of brick. The facade must have came off. You can see the brick right here. Here we have a bunch of obelisks with tech on top here. Very old stuff. Usually there's not a lot of information on the obelisks or the monuments themselves. It might just be a name. There's not usually like a name and a date or anything like that. It's just, the obelisk and Wilson slapped on it or something.
Wilson?
Yeah. I always say Wilson. These mausoleums are very questionable in my opinion as well. You'll find an overabundance of Egyptian looking mausoleums everywhere. Look, the whole mausoleum has got Woolworth on it. So Woolworth, the Woolworth company, this is his mausoleum right here. It's all in Egyptian. It's got sphinxes out front. It's got 2 DJED columns right there and Woolworth on it. That's it. Walk away. I mean, are you kidding me?
Probably a portal to the underworld in there somewhere too.
Something. Yeah, mausoleums are very sus. A lot of weird stuff going on with those. Now I'm going to look at the Scotland ones. If the Scotland ones have a lot of things in it that look like the tops of cathedrals.
We did a little graveyard walking around in this area, and it's wild when some of the buildings, you can tell the building is some like old repurposed building from old world stuff. And
yeah, once you realize what you're looking at, it makes total sense that this is what these things are. It's been a long time since I looked at these. Like 4 or 5 years ago, we were covering this stuff.
Yeah,
when everyone was going through that psyop where they were putting things on their faces and stuff. We saw a couple. They were walking in a graveyard and they each had one on, and we were laughing so hard. I was like, "Turn around! I want to take this picture." But we couldn't get it back in time. Like, who are they wearing them for? Like, everyone else is dead. You know what I mean?
Right? It's like makes no sense. You got to make it make sense.
Oh yeah. See. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense, guys.
Look at that right there. Look at that column. Wow.
Wow.
Again, see all these little obelisks around, right? I think that the obelisks were out front of different places, probably residences and stuff like that. Like I said, it's Baroque. You're not going to have these obelisks out there if they're Baroque. You'd have to explain why there's obelisks out front of residential houses and certain buildings and stuff. So they would take them and bring them here, put a plaque on it, say it's a memorial to somebody, or something like that, in my opinion. Because there's just an and we don't even make these kind of monuments and things today for graveyards. These are all from the 1800s.
Yeah,
Or some earlier even. Here again, you can see in the background here this sort of conical looking one here. This one I showed you guys the other day on the show. It's kind of pyramidal looking. Sometimes they have a ball on top of it. I showed you there was a building that had one of these out front of it on the last show.
Yeah. And nobody can afford this today, you know.
No.
You know, back then it's everywhere. It's too costly
Even the
for
rich
anyone.
people aren't putting these gigantic things like that. You know, it's
just the headstone is.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Again, right here, guys. This even looks like something off the side of a building right here. This thing.
Yeah, part of the building.
And then you have the what looks to be kind of like an obelisk coming up to the urn on top. Now, these urns on top of the obelisk, you can find these urns on top of buildings. All the old world buildings, a lot of them have these urns on them.
Yeah.
Here's another one right here. I don't know if the tech is off of it or not, but kind of looks like it's off. Whatever was up there is kind of off of it. Behind it here, it looks like something that would be kind of on top of a building, maybe with a spire coming off of it here. They have other ones that are also really elaborate and look like the steeples of cathedrals. I just haven't gotten to those yet. I'm still looking for them. Here's another example of one of these columns with some type of urn looking thing on top.
And a post office behind it.
Yeah, the post office is right there.
Or it's an insane asylum, or it's a school.
Yeah, this
It's
column
not a
is muffed
castle.
up.
What was that, Shepu?
I was saying that column was muffed up, you know, really melty looking.
Yeah.
Yep. And up here we have some type of monument right here. This type thing. I don't know if this is the top of a building that's being covered. I think it's got some plaques on it here. And also there's some kind of Greco-Roman building back here. That's very odd.
Yeah.
Scotland's got a lot of crazy stuff in it.
Really Scottish.
Further here, see what we can come up with. Let's zoom in on this. I used to have so many good pictures. I would stay up all night, every night, scouring every cemetery in Europe for pictures to show you guys. I don't have all those pictures anymore, but boy, did I have some good ones. Just trying to see what I can find here. Again, here's another massive obelisk. It usually doesn't have much on it except for the name. It wouldn't even really have dates on them. Some of them, it just has a name on it, which is very sus. You'll find things like this that may even have a bust inside it or something. But all
statue, go to the other side. There's
this one here.
The other side.
Oh, the statue here. Okay, I'm gonna go to another.
There.
Oh yeah, I don't know what that guy's doing. What is up with that?
It's like, this is what he looked like when he died in the chair. Let's now make a bust of it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
These two pedestals look like they're missing their obelisks off of them. They're just pedestals, you know.
Yeah.
Remember when Grandpa died? Yeah. Whoa.
Remember? Yeah.
And look at this one here. Look at this pedestal. It looks like there's something that attaches to the top of it, but it's off. You see how it looks like something would sit down on it and lock in?
Yeah.
It's not there. Again, here down, because this hill seems to go down here. You can see another standing column with what looks to be like an urn on it. Another obelisk with what looks like to be an urn on it. And of course, many other obelisks with no tech on them at all.
Yeah, probably in some royal's backyard or something.
Okay, this is also a cemetery, but I mean, make of it what you will. I don't even see any inscriptions on it. It's reminding me kind of the Myra tombs a little bit, but it's really weird looking. Look at this. It's just like a conglomeration of them together here, like all stuck together. That's weird.
Yeah,
that's really strange because there's no inscriptions on them. Look. I mean, one might have it. I think maybe there's something grainy here. I can't tell, but on the And then, of course, they have the DJED columns in it as well. It's really strange. Average cemetery there. These look like they've been heat damaged, in my opinion. Some of these headstones that are older definitely look like it's not weather worn. It looks like it's some kind of heat damage.
Yeah.
Oh, these ones fell over. Jeez. Okay, let's see what we got here. Well, we got a part of a melted building sticking out right here.
Yeah.
And then we have all these. Not too crazy looking. A few.
I mean, look how close they're all crammed together on some of those in the middle there. Like,
yeah, I have ones that are like literally overlapping each other. It makes no sense at all. This one graveyard.
Everyone was really short, I guess.
Yeah, this place reminds me like there was some kind of castle there, and the backyard there were like statues and decoration and fountains, and they just added these small headstone to look like a graveyard. But if you take out all of these stones, you have like looks like a fountain and a nice really backyard.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense. See, thanks for making it make sense.
Make it make sense, SHEPU. I agree. I'm just trying to
look at those three right there on top of each other.
Oh, hold on.
They're all the same. That's fine.
This one here?
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess you only pay for a certain amount of land. So I mean, I don't know. It seems like they're all on top, and they're at an angle too. How would you do that?
Yeah, it's really strange how they're laying out a lot of these cemeteries.
How do you bury someone at a 33-degree angle?
The ones that are in churchyards, see, before they came up with cemeteries, which was the 1800s, okay, cemeteries were relatively new. You were born, listen to me, you were buried on the church property or just buried wherever. It didn't even really matter if you were like not of the upper class or whatever like that. Let me see this one here, 1873. We'll look at this graveyard. See what we got. Oh, let me zoom back in. All right. What's this going to take me to this? Maybe I'll get more pictures on it. Maybe not. So here we can see another obelisk with the urn on top. There's obelisks everywhere in these graveyards. You'll never look at these graveyards the same again, guys. Really.
Yeah.
Let me see what else we got here. That's a broken one. All right, these are articles. All right, go back over here.
Yeah, graveyards or golf course. Exactly. That's what.
Yeah. Yeah, like they're saying in the chat, it'll keep you from digging there and exposing the giant building that's under the ground.
Absolutely, 100%.
Still not buying the fact that they buried those people at an angle. That doesn't make any sense.
Not at all. All right.
They shouldn't be flat and even. No. Let's put them in a 33-degree angle. Be cool. Everyone else will be flat and they'll be chilling like this.
Trust me, it works.
I have a vision. Just go with it.
Yeah, just go with it. You'll be all right. All right. So now I'm going to look at old cemeteries in New York. Let's go to images. Okay, so now we're in New York. Again, as you can see, there's going to be an overabundance of obelisks and standing columns everywhere. Zoom in on this little here as we go through it. Some of them are extremely large. See these mausoleums popping out of the ground here? See how it's kind of into the ground, the mausoleums embedded here? That's very sus. Just saying.
Apparently the Bronx Cemetery is crazy, someone said.
Okay, here's an example of some stuff that you would find on top of a building that is down on the ground right here. It's got the DJED columns going around it. And it just looks either to me like the top of a building or some type of something that was put here maybe to have it out of the way of where it was.
Yeah.
It also has some darkness to it, like it was burned.
It could
Yes.
be an entrance to the an underground again, just like what Patty. I don't know if you remember. Patty showed it on a show once. She went to a cemetery where she is, and on a hill, and she could see grates, and you can see the passage underneath. You
I
know,
wonder if that's the same one that Steve went to, because she's in the same area as Steve, and he had found that kind of stuff.
could possibly, yeah.
Very, very interesting. Yeah. When I went to a cemetery in Philly, I was visiting my grandfather's grave, and we went to the cemetery that's right next to the cemetery. Yeah, there's two cemeteries, two different ones right next to each other. And there was a water tower looking thing, like a watershed. It was really beat up looking. And on the one side, it had steps that went down. And then there was this board there that was kind of like falling apart. So I pulled it back a little, and you could see that these steps went down, and there was like tunnels and stuff. But when you're looking out at the cemetery, like when you're standing at this shed and looking out, you can see that the tunnels go out towards all this stuff, where everybody's supposed to be buried.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
There's someone in the chat named Stacy Daisy said that Steve took her to a cemetery. So.
Oh, okay, great. Well, then you know exactly what we're talking about.
Steve's a hot date. Take you to the cemetery.
Yeah, that's right.
I like it.
I
like it.
Okay, here again, we can see some really ornate standing columns with tech on top. This one here looks like the tech is off of it, and whatever was supposed to be on top of it is not there. Like there's just like a nodule there for it to sit on top of. Right here, you can see it. And this one here looks like it has the tech on top of it. You can see it here. This must have been twins, these two. And then you got the smaller ones, of course, everywhere. And the standing columns in the background, the DJED's back here. And if you look at our buildings today, you can see a lot of the tech that's on top of the old skyscrapers is the same tech that's in the graveyards.
So that one was like in New York, you said? It was outside of this city?
New York, yes.
There's one inside of the city, but I think it's a Jewish cemetery, right in the middle of the city. It's,
oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's a private one.
I didn't know that. I don't know if we can get to that one or not.
I mean, I might still have my key card if it's my turn. They hand
Again,
those
here,
out.
the obelisks. And also when I was at the cemetery with my mom, we had saw one of these obelisks that had gotten broken. It fell over and the top of it broke off. And there was this huge metal rod going through it. And there was something on the other end of the other piece that had broken off, and I had pictures of all that stuff. Again, proving that these are tech. They're not just cemetery monuments or a monument to Wilson or whoever. This one here, it looks like the plaque is off. See the plaque right here is not even there.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at this thing. That's a DJ column right there.
Yeah. Made of copper. And wow.
Absolutely. Very interesting. This right here is reminiscent of something you would see on top of a building. Right there. Let me see here. Yeah. Let me see. Keep going. I'm looking for the ones that look like church steeples, like this one here, but they're on the ground. They were the older cemeteries, like in England and everything. There's another one right here. I wish I had all my old pictures. My gosh, they would blow you guys away if you saw those. We used to do some really good shows on cemeteries. Look at this, guys. Look at all this. Why are there so many obelisks in graveyards? You got to make it make sense. Let's see what else we can see here. Look at this one. Look at these columns. Okay, let me keep going here. This one looks interesting. Oh, I wanted to bring up the one in Argentina again as well. Let me see if I can find that graveyard.
I'm looking to see if I have any of the ones that we took. Send them to.
Oh yeah, this is the one from the Argentina. Okay. Okay, as you can see here in this cemetery in Argentina, there's a lot of stuff here that looks like it was on top of buildings at one time. And they say that this is just all funerary cemetery stuff, mausoleums and stuff like that. And this cemetery is crazy.
They're just stacked on top of each other. It's not even.
Yeah.
Yeah, the picture from the air that you had the last time, it's
Yeah, it's like a little town.
yeah,
Looks
yeah.
like a city. Yes, it does. From the air. Let me see if I can find one from the air here. It's just crazy, this cemetery. I'd have to go back a couple of pictures. Oh, hold on. Let me go this way. Sorry. This one here.
Yeah, it's a little city, a little mini city.
And it's right where the city is. It's crazy that all of this is right where the city is. You know, the city's right here. It's like they cleaned out the city and put everything here. And then it's like, okay, well, we're going to say this all is. Well, we'll say it's a mausoleums for people.
Yeah, can get lost in that, and probably underneath you can see that there are grates. So there are things that goes underneath this. It's really interesting that we cannot go there.
Do you see they have domes, they have spires, they have pyramids in this one. They have everything that you can imagine is in this cemetery. Like this right here. This looks like something that would have been out somewhere in the middle of a town, like maybe a town square or something. It wound up here.
So they're building that for the dead, and then they go home to their like wooden shack or something, right?
Right. And look, here's a pyramid.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a pyramid right here in this one. There's all kinds of domes and stuff in here. What looks to be church steeples and stuff like that, even with the nodules on them. It's pretty crazy. Let me keep going with this. Find more. Oh, I used to have so many good pictures. I'm kind of like disappointed that I don't have my pictures anymore. Here's one here as well. It looks like it should be like on a building or part of a top of a church or something like that. These are the little streets lining all these supposed mausoleums. You can see here there's more domes and things like this here. This is just all things that look like they should be on top of buildings.
Yeah.
All right, now let me look up old cemeteries.
There's one where a lot of famous people get buried. Is it like in Paris or something like that, where Jim Morrison and other like artists get buried there?
Special
Oh,
one.
yeah. I remember that. You want me to look up famous Paris cemetery or something?
I don't know. I'm not sure if I think it's in Paris, but
See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Look at this. Do you see this? This is this is in a graveyard. This looks like the top of a church, okay? But yet it's in a cemetery right here. Look at this. It's on the ground. Make that make sense.
Yeah, we see this like parts of cathedrals and only a part, like one spire out of hundreds, just like this.
This is interesting as well. This right here. looks like something might have broke off the top of it. It had more of a conical point. You can see that there's some nodules right here that were sticking off of it. It's very interesting looking, that one. This one right here, I think I even remember showing this one on the show a couple of times. Again, it probably would have had another piece of tech up here, possibly a cross or a gold ball and a cross. Got the nodules sticking off of it, just like we see at like the World's Fair buildings and all the buildings, the cathedrals today.
Thank you.
With, let's see, is this the same one? I don't want to click on the same one. There's another one with nodules sticking off of it right here. It looks like it's missing its tech up top. And of course, it's got obelisks on either side. Like this one here as well. You can see it's very reminiscent of the things that we see on top of churches or steeples. There's one in the background here as well that does have a cross and the nodules sticking off of it as well. There's not a lot of information on these types of monuments. They or grave markers. Very, very little information on them as far as who it is, who it's representing. This one's really interesting. Oh, man, I just clicked on it. Where did it go? Maybe it'll come up if I flip this. Here it is right here. Check this out, guys. I had a whole thing on these things, too. Look at these caged ones.
Jeez.
These are really crazy looking. And they're old. It's almost like a Faraday cage or something. See if I can find any more of those ones. There's a whole thing of them. I mean, some of the older cemeteries that you find, you know, in these bigger cities, like even in Europe and stuff, are just littered with them. Littered with them. And they're still open. There's still room in these graveyards, supposedly, for people to be buried in. That's very, very unusual that you would have cemeteries that are not full. You would think they'd be full, right? Why are they not full? Wow, look at this. This looks really Egyptian looking, this one column right here. That's really cool looking. It's got some kind of tech on it. Another steeple looking type of monument, I guess, right here. Looks like it should be on top of a building. I'm not sure what the chat's saying. I haven't been able to keep an eye on it. So if anybody has any questions or anything. Again, here's another one sticking up here. This is a rather large one. There's no church back here. This is just part of the graveyards. Yeah. It's got the nodules on it as well with tech on top.
Carrie said that lots of old world building in the center of Querétaro in Mexico. He sent you like loads of pictures 5 years ago.
Oh, see, that's back when we were doing it. You must remember the shows that we were doing. Yeah. So maybe SHEPU, what's the name of the cemetery? What he was talking about?
You know, he was talking about the city in
city in Mexico.
Yeah. Querétaro, Q-U.
Hold on. Q-U.
E-R-E-T.
Uh-huh.
Oh, look, you just press enter, you have it.
Okay. And then cemetery?
I don't know if it's a cemetery. He was just talking about the city itself.
Oh, let's see if we got a cemetery here.
But
yeah. I was going to say, Kimosabi in the chat, I sent you an email back. I'm having issues with my email, so hopefully you got a response. She was asking me about soaps and stuff. So. Okay.
I don't see much here on this.
Yeah, no, I think he was just saying that in the city itself, there was a lot of the same thing that you were showing that are in cemeteries.
It's really fascinating when you start digging. There's so many cemeteries to look at, especially when you can find the really old, obscure ones that are just like lost to time. Even the things that you find in there are insane.
Hear what you said, SHEPU, when you start digging into cemeteries. She stopped herself. What she was saying.
You really got to dig in. You got
to dig in those cemeteries.
See what's going on. There's a lot of brick. I can tell you that. There's a lot of brick in cemeteries. Just dig down a little. As a matter of fact, Mark Galat did a lot of stuff in some cemeteries recently over the last couple of years. Again, here we have these type of, they look like obelisk, but they're kind of pyramidal. They usually have a ball on top. And the other day on my last show, I showed a building with one of these out front of it with a ball on top out front of the actual building itself. Had nothing to do with the cemetery, which is where I think these things come from, outside the front of buildings. And they had to get rid of this stuff because they would have to explain what all these things are doing there. And they can't tell you that they are part of the free energy grid system, of course.
Yeah.
So.
No, exactly. They all had like these on the sidewalks and stuff like this in front of houses, even on top of them, and
yeah. So let me see here. Where am I going from here? I go back to my pictures I had up. Okay, so back here to the DJED column, and if you better understand now what the functionality was of these columns, they didn't just like columns; they had a purpose, and they had functionality on the grid system.
yeah, the bricks for the bricks actually store energy, and the insulator, it's what they put around the, like the covering, the stucco covering, and because they all have it, they should have it, but now we do our new type of houses, we don't cover the bricks, we just leave it like this because we think that's how they used to do it. But usually the covering just fall off, if there's a big thing going on, like an event or earthquakes, or it's shaking, or even it can be fused with the bricks itself, when it's heated. So, but today we think that they were just making stuff with red bricks outside, but
That's right. So where are we at here? I mean, is this ancient Rome, or are we in a cemetery? I mean, after what we just looked at, we might as well be in a cemetery, right? We got these what look like pyramidal looking type structures here with balls on top on either side. There's 3 here and 3 here. You have obelisks with tech on top. You have standing columns with tech on top, but yet this is some kind of arena. Okay? You got to make it make sense. And the only thing that makes sense to me is that these were actually taken down from different locations and put into cemeteries. Here you even have, like, the Vatican has it as well with the obelisk in the center and the tech on top of it. This is a resonator for this grid system here that it's on. This is a little bit better picture of what we were just looking at, I guess. Oh, where did it go?
And SHEPU, I sent you on Messenger some graveyard here things, little photos.
all right, do you want me to show it after?
Well, whenever you want. Yeah. If we go back into graveyards. If we dig into it.
I'm sorry. I don't know what happened there. I got off of something.
I'm gonna refill my mug. I'll be right
All
back.
right.
My upside down building mug.
All right. So let me check out Terry's in Spain. Let's go. Going to Spain now, guys. Let's go to Spain and see what they got in their cemeteries. Old one.
Remember, there's like, I don't remember where you showed like a cemetery that was all on a hillside with stairs going up everywhere, and I don't remember where.
You mean the one in like China or Japan?
No,
The
maybe.
whole hill was the cemetery, like the whole thing.
Yes, I think that's the one.
Okay, let's look at this. Let me zoom in on this. Okay, this is in Spain now, guys. This is their cemeteries. Look at this. Tell me if that doesn't look like it should be on top of a building or part of like the World's Fair or something right there. It's got 4 DJED columns. It probably had tech in the middle as well. Maybe something in the center here that's not there anymore. Look at this one right here. This is huge. This one right here. Again, here you have a dome with windows. see what else we got. Look at this one here. Here's another one with a dome and portico windows with tech on top. Let's see what else we got. Doesn't matter where you go. You can type in any cemetery anywhere. You're going to find this stuff. It's everywhere. Everywhere. Again, here's the same type of monument we were looking at that was just in the, oh my gosh, why am I only getting half of it? In the last photo we just looked at. Why are they so small? Look at this thing. I don't know why they're so small. I wanted to get this one up. Okay, let's go. No. I don't know.
Yeah, they are really small, these ones.
Yeah, that page isn't working for you.
Yeah, I don't know why.
If I can barely see it on a computer screen, nobody can see anything on their phones. Forget it.
What was that one monument in England? It's called, let me think here. Let's see.
Well, while you search for it, I can show the pictures that CFM just sent me.
Yeah, let me look at this real quick here, these monuments in England, real quick, and then we'll go over to that. What the heck is that guy's name? Albert, Prince Albert Monument? I think it's Prince Albert.
Oh, Prince Albert in a can. Right. Wrong monument? Okay.
Prince Albert's Monument. Okay, this thing here is totally a component on the grid system. Again, these are the type of things that you see in cemeteries. I have not been able to show them all to you tonight because I don't have all the old pictures that I had. But these types of things are exactly what you see in cemeteries, which look like the same things that you would see on top of buildings. I think it has the same functionality as what we see as a an obelisk or a standing column. Yes, it's beautiful. Yes, it's ornate. Yes, it's huge. But when you look at this from the top down, let me see if I can get the top down from the air. From above. Where do you see this thing from above? I don't know if they're going to give me one of those pictures. It looks like a component, like literally like something from a computer board. This thing. I need to find it from above.
Yeah, because there's 4 corners, and this is like the.
And the way the steps come down off it, it looks like something that would be in a computer. Like literally, it's crazy looking. Prince Albert's Monument from above.
He's suffocating that can, Rothrow.
Above, looking down. I don't know. I gotta be more specific. I don't know.
What's the first one? Go back.
This one here. Well, that's kind of part of it. That dome thing in the background.
Try the word. Type in aerial view.
All right.
Get all fancy.
All right, I'll go aerial view. Aerial view.
You using your fist to type?
Oh, look, here it is. What's that?
Nothing. No, I said there it is.
You're making fun of me.
Not at all. Can we look at that bigger?
Don't make fun.
Oh, see.
I don't know if that's the right one, but.
The silent wife is yelling at me.
Good. Thank you, Jeannie.
Yeah, see? You two are ganging up on me. We're not even in the same room. You're ganging up on me.
Oh, okay. You can dish it out, but you can't take it. I see how it is. So they say this is a monument to Prince Albert. Oh, I don't think so. I think it's completely 100% tech on the grid system.
Oh,
functionality, not just some.
my God.
What?
Melanie is there.
She's late. Girl, where you been?
She's been sleeping.
She's been sleeping off that crazy glue.
Mm-hmm. Well, look at that thing. That is so impressive.
It's huge. It really is. When you see the people buy it, this thing is no joke. And they supposedly threw this thing up in the 1700s or 1600s or something.
Does that one still have gold on it?
Well, I don't know if it's real gold now, but yeah, it was all laden. Everything was laden with gold in the old world when it was.
Right. I was just wondering. That one looks like it still had it on it. I don't know.
Well, I think it might be painted, but I can't tell you for sure either way. And it's not the only monument that looks like this. There's other ones that look like this one. This is really painted up. It could really be gold on there. I feel that all this tech originally had gold. Gold does not corrode like copper and silver does. It's ideal for conductivity, for electricity, and everything would have been gold, in my opinion. There would have been gold domes, gold spires, gold balls, all this stuff was gold.
Which makes sense, because when they would destroy a city like that one, when Jesus says, there won't be a single stone of this temple that won't be destroyed. If they were smashing it all to get all the metals out of it, that would make sense that they would completely obliterate it and fulfill his prophecy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to come off this screen share. You said you have something you want to show, SHEPU, from CFM with the pictures?
Oh, it's just a few, very few.
Yeah, let's do it. Let me get
cemetery things.
Yeah, he just sent me some pictures of cemetery.
Hi, Annette. I'm sorry you don't have a wrench in here, Annette. Let me get you a wrench. I thought you used to have one. The other channel you probably did, but that one's gone now.
So where did I put it?
Okay, let's see here.
Okay, right there.
Yeah. So it was interesting. The building behind it, it's like a church, but these two pillars. And I think I have another shot of him too. But if you zoom in on the left one, you can see there was an actual gate hooks there.
I can't zoom in. I'm sorry.
Okay.
These. For
Sorry, that was me.
You'll see it on one of them.
Here.
Yeah, look. So there was a gate there. So that's not the quote entrance. That's in the back. So there's a completely different building that was here. The one that's in the scene there, it's fake vinyl to make it look like it's old wood or whatever. But see how the windows and stuff go down below?
Yeah.
The old building's below this church.
Yeah, exactly. It's probably built on. Why is there an echo? Do you have an echo?
Not here.
Do you hear anything on my end?
Do you have an echo?
No. When I thought, okay, now it's okay now.
Okay, good.
It's really weird. Yeah, but it's a gate to go where there's that building. But this is really like.
And I asked her about it because there was a gal that's been there and she was the caretaker, whatever you call it. She had no idea. When I showed her those gate things, she didn't. She looked like I didn't know what I was talking about, and I was losing it. Or they just kind of shut down,
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have much to say. They just kind of give you a real quick thing and move on.
Yeah, it's the whole stop asking questions. Quit digging around in my cemetery.
I love it.
Yeah, we have the cemeteries like this here too, not with big mausoleum or stuff. I need to find one. I think there's one in the center of Ottawa, the bigger one. I've never been there, but I have to go and film some stuff there.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's it's really. Is there a lot of people buried in that one, CFM?
It's not a very large one. That's the one we saw the people walking around with masks on their face. But yeah, it's not that large. But there's weird sus like that, like a half wall for no reason kind of thing. Yeah, they're all over. So there's obviously something below all this because the building itself that it's still connected to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Down below. Why would you put windows in that overlook nothing? A wall. You know what I mean? It makes no sense.
No.
And so everything from the top up, it's all been just replaced with a vinyl to make it look like wood, but it's fake. And so the rest of the building is underneath whatever this structure is.
Yeah.
Is that all the pictures I gave you? I think there wasn't that many.
Yeah, that's really weird. Really, really weird.
Yeah. To have a gate there to where? Where
are you going? Nowhere. That's where.
Yeah. I'm like, don't you think there was a gate there? She's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I have things to do, It's like,
don't bother me. Cemetery work is very busy.
Yeah, right.
People are dying to get in here. I'm busy.
Oh God, there's that same joke. Yep.
Oh my goodness. I found that cemetery we were looking at for, I think it's, the Chinese cemetery on the hill. The whole hill's a cemetery. I think it's crazy looking. I gotta go to the site here.
And they're saying, so that's saying there's a connection between cypress trees and cemeteries. So I'm not sure about that. Interesting.
Let me see what this is.
But is it Kairos? Kairos talked about cypress trees also, because in his area there's not supposed to have like much, but there's, I don't remember. So are you showing something? Oh no.
I'm getting ready to screen share this cemetery if I can find all the pictures for it. I'm trying to find the right site where it gives the whole landscape of it. It's so crazy to see here.
No, sorry, MEC. No.
Hong Kong. That's where it's at. All right.
Oh, just straighten them out.
Yeah, straighten them out, guys. All right, so I'm going to screen share again in case anybody hasn't seen this before.
No, it was eucalyptus trees. Thanks, Curtis.
Eucalyptus. Okay.
Koalas in it.
Yeah, I was just going to say the pandas.
Oh yeah, I messed up when I was talking to JT. It's bamboo for the pandas and eucalyptus for the koalas, which is another sus bear we should look into.
Yeah.
Okay, so can you guys see this okay?
Yes, dead space.
It says dead space. Photographer captures Hong Kong dense hillside cemetery.
Is that a pyramid? Yeah.
What am I even looking at?
This is what cemeteries should look like. See how they're full? Ours aren't full, right? Chinese, right? This is a Chinese cemetery. The whole hill is the cemetery. The whole hill. The whole landscape is it. You're gonna
holy
see it.
hill, Batman.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, holy hills, Batman.
Hi, Freya. Welcome.
What's up, Freya? You are late, girl.
I don't even understand what I'm looking at there. Is it a balcony for wait, go back. I gotta
look, it gets better. You see, it's the whole.
I want to see one with a balcony. That was weird.
This one here?
Yes.
Yeah, they're tiered up. They're tiered on different levels.
Building out from there.
See, look, if I scroll in on this one here, you can see how the balconies are. They're terraced up. Like we see all the hillsides terraced.
There's a lot of people who don't have a balcony and they're alive. That means.
Oh my goodness. All right, let me go this way with it. Okay, look, here's another part of the hillside. Guys, this looks like Ogashima, okay? This looks a lot like Ogashima, like what we see going on in some of these other supposed island volcanoes that are not volcanoes, especially the lattice work going on down here and everything. And I'm going to get to this because I have a whole page on it right here just waiting for us to look at it. And it's right here, guys. Look. Where do I scroll down on this sucker? Hold on. Where the hell did it go? All right. So, yeah, here's the lattice work. Let me go back one page on it. Did I screw it up? I don't think I did. Hold on. And if I scroll down here, look, SHEPU. Look at all this lattice work stuff. Where's the rest of it at that I saw earlier? I had a whole bunch of it up. Oh, all right. So we'll come back to it, but still, we're right on this picture right now. This one here. Get back to it. Where did I go? I don't even know. I looked at my page. Here it is. Over here, CNN.
There you go.
But we're going to look at the lattice work in a little bit compared to this stuff. It's pretty crazy. And there should be another.
Is that the cemetery again? Oh my God.
Yeah, that's it right there. That's another part of it.
12 pictures you can do there. Let's look at them.
I know. It said that there's this is 2 of 12, and I don't know how to get to. Oh, there's the arrows right there. There. Okay.
We're good.
Zoom back in.
Thanks, yeah.
We're back up and running.
It's like a parking garage or something. It's so bizarre.
It's really bizarre. Really, really crazy looking. Look at how packed it is over here. Look at this.
SHEPU, make it make sense. I don't even understand what I'm looking at.
I'm trying. The only sense I can is they hide something under that hill.
How do they get a new person in there? Like, how do you get there?
Squeeze them in. Squeeze them in.
What kind of machinery brings that stuff in? It doesn't make. Maybe it's completed. It's full. No, they look down there. I bet where the trees are, you can cram a few more.
Oh, and look, this is how they make it. Same way they do Agashima with their lattice work.
Yeah.
And there's what?
Oh, there
One
you
guy
go.
here working.
Is he blue?
But look! You can see that there's old world wall right where they're covering.
Yeah, right here.
Right there.
Yeah.
So it's not
They
new yet.
They're all blue. Look at the one in the background is blue too.
Yeah, that might be another guy. Yeah, there's two guys. What do we see on Agashima? Two guys. Every time we see this lattice work and then putting it in, it's two guys. That's it.
What if it's the same two guys? They just get around the
I'm
world.
thinking it might be the same.
Might be the same thing, guys.
Oh man, there's the steps going up to different tiers. You can see the lattice work behind everything here. The lattice behind the tombs, I guess.
Yeah, I've actually seen their van SHEPU. It's called Two Guys Lattice Work. We come to you.
That's
Well, look, they didn't do the top of the hill here though. Look.
Oh, we got room for more.
They got room
No.
for more. Yes, they do.
Where are those two guys? We got somebody to put in.
Hey guys, get over
but
here.
look at the building in the back, Jen.
Yeah, that looks interesting too.
If it were melted down the hill,
Yeah, it would be very Ogashima looking. Here's another angle, and the way it lines out the topography of the hills that they're on here, it's just insane.
yeah.
It goes all the way down to here, all the way down through here, and this is just a slice of what you're seeing. There's much more to it.
But wait, there's more.
Much more. All right. I guess this is a part here where it's still kind of empty, but look down here where these steps are kind of cut off right here.
Cemetery is bigger
really-
than the buildings. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
weird. All this right here is really weird, and right around here is really strange as well. This whole
And let's
part.
just say that, I don't know how much it costs to rent an apartment in China, but your view is the freaking cemetery.
Exactly. He's like, yeah, you're living here, but you're going to be over there pretty soon.
Every time you go to their house, they do that same joke. Hey, people are dying to get in here. Huh?
Yeah, I'd be like,
I don't want to go to dinner over there anymore. They always make that joke.
Yep.
here's the lattice work that we always talk about. We see this on Ogashima, which is a volcanic island that people just happen to live in. And they say that they put in this stuff for landslides. Never mind that it looks like a melted building slumped over. I'm just saying. Just crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Here's another one here. And so see how it looks just like that? The lattice work that we were just looking at above just looks just like the cemetery that we see here.
Vertical graveyards.
Yep. It's crazy. I know. There it is.
You scroll down, it looks like a Tower of Babel one almost.
This one right here is interesting. This is actually a museum. Again, the structure is the building. This is not to mimic a mountain. This is a building. This is a building all day long, but yet it looks like a mountain.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that thing. Again, something here that looks like volcanic architecture. Very volcanic looking, very sus. Giant pyramidal looking. I guess this would be like a military monument of some sort.
Oh, I found like a very weird building today.
Yes.
Oh, I could go on and on with this stuff. Let me see here. Scroll down a little bit more.
There it is. I need to.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I want to see SHEPU's weird building. That sounds awesome.
Oh, if I'm ready to show that building. Oh, yeah.
Oh, whatever.
Okay.
As soon as you're ready, apparently CFM is in charge of the show and directing
No,
it.
I brought it up. Don't throw me under the bus.
Shepu, I gotta locate this here. I know it's really hard to find, but as you can see, this whole coastline is building. It's all manufactured, man-made, but I cannot get any other picture besides this one up on it.
Okay.
Just go.
I've seen that one picture
Where'd it go?
before.
Oh, I just lost it. There, it was over here. I clicked on this. It was down here. This one right here.
Yeah, I don't.
Avila TV Tower.
Where did they say?
Oh, and by Board Panda. See, sus.
You go
I
slab.
know, right? Yeah, it's very weird looking.
Is
The
it
whole
real?
house is built out.
No. Yeah. I need to look it up. I don't know.
Let me lens it
It's
right
an
here.
example of brutalist architecture.
Oh, here it is. Look at this. More
Wow.
built out coastline.
And look
Wow.
at that one. Can you look at that? The third one over.
This one?
Up
The
there.
eye up. The eye right there.
Right there, that one. Yeah.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Oh yeah. Sometimes it does that.
Sorry.
Oh, no. I
There I
lost
go, ruining the show again.
it. There it is.
There. You got
I
it.
got it.
What is going on with that?
I don't know. Let's lens it. See what happens.
Yeah, it's probably going to say that they
Wow.
built this. The Germans, I guess, during the war. I think. Look.
Well, there you go.
World War II.
But they're for submarines.
German bunker. That's what you know.
But it's like the whole coastline there is all building.
No, they did that like in so many places, but I think they just covered stuff with what they could. It was already there.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's crazy, though. Look
Yeah.
at
If it's
that.
near the coast, it's a bunker, and anywhere else, it's a castle.
Old
looking, it's
U-boat 10 in
Island.
France. This one's in France.
Oh, that's right near you.
Yeah, it's right near you, Chapeau.
I had someone just the other day that go, you had me thinking he was in France.
If everybody only knew where all that started.
I think it was Rethink that had just said that to me. That's all.
Je suis en France.
It's not in French.
Oh, man.
And then he
He's in
starts
France.
speaking French on the show. So there
He's
you
in-
go.
Yeah, that proves that I'm in France.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, and I wanted to show you this CFM. This is from the 1893 World's Fair. Apparently, they had some fireworks going off, although you only see one or two pictures of fireworks. And the one picture that I have of fireworks, there's something weird in it.
yeah, you showed this the other night, didn't you?
Yeah. What do you
Yeah.
think about this?
I first of all, the spotlight's weird.
I
Like,
showed where the spotlight is. It's
okay,
all
but my question is like before you get to the fireworks thing, the spotlight, like we were talking about how they had, what was it, over, I forget how many thousands of bulbs they had to make
Mhm.
in time for this fair and change them out. They didn't last long. What kind of bulbs in this thing? That
Exactly.
giant spotlight. And how
Yeah.
big was that bulb? And did it need more electricity? I mean, like none of it makes any sense. So
Right.
that was the first thing. And then, yeah, there's some creep. I don't know. I don't remember hearing about fireworks
Me neither.
before this. And now it's like AI's inserting them. Who knows? But it does
I mean, there's
look
only
like
two
weird
pictures of
faces.
fireworks. You'd think there would
Yeah.
be more, right? But the one firework that they catch, it looks like something evil. I mean, this looks like some
Yeah.
weird evil person's face with like horns, maybe a horn right here. This looks like dragon or like a phoenix rising.
Yeah, there's
In
definitely
my
something weird
opinion.
about it. And since I found out, like, I know there's others, but the one I know for certain, there was a movie in the 70s called Billy Jack, and they went back with AI technology and inserted the chemtrail clouds that we see nowadays
Yeah.
into that movie. And so now that I know they're doing that, a lot of these old photos, I think they're starting to get messed with. I mean, if Satan's messing with the Bible, why wouldn't he screw with these old photos that we're trying to solve things with?
Okay, here's some more fireworks.
I don't know if you saw it the last show that we did. I showed a clip from a guy that he says that he was paid to have these trails in the skies in the old Disney movies.
Oh, no. But
No?
yeah, there you go. Exactly.
Yep.
So are these fireworks now being added in?
Yeah, I
Are
don't
we
know.
ever going to know?
I've never seen them before, and now here they are. And what are these pyramid things? I don't remember seeing them anywhere within the expedition, and now there's pyramid-looking things right there. And this
Yeah,
is
it's like
supposed to be
new
the
photos.
1893 expedition.
Yeah, I never seen that one.
And new photos are at new angles and stuff, just like you got with the Zapruder film. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think a
Like
lot of
now
these are
there's
added in.
better
Like,
angles.
yeah, that's
what
all
is
added in.
that?
That's some
Oh, come
bullshit
on.
right there.
Yeah, that's totally just added in.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's weird. It's weird that we never saw it before, and as many people, not just us, that are covered this. There's no fireworks, and now suddenly there's getting fireworks.
And there's no lights on any of these buildings during the day. There's no lights. Try as you may to find lights, you're not going to find any.
Yeah.
And you should
These
see bulbs
bulbs,
sticking off of everything.
Yeah, these incredible bulbs that they rush to put together, you don't see them when you look at them during the day.
No,
They're just invisible.
no, you should, but you don't. All right, what else do I got?
And I'm hearing there's a lot of airships that you find in old photos that never used to find them, and now they're like showing up everywhere. So who knows?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of fake airship headed into the skies, but they
Yeah.
you know, that they had some, but
Right, but I'm just saying they're messing with these old photos. It's like one more way Satan's trying to keep us from figuring out where we are
yes.
and what time it is by messing with these photos. Because really, the only two places we can really find any history is maps and old photos, well, in the Bible. But other than that, there's where do you go? You know, it's all being messed with.
Right. Now, see, if this topper was off of this thing and taken down, it could wind up in a cemetery very easily.
Yeah.
And that would be like a vacant spot up there, which we do see a lot of domes that have nothing up top that looks like it's missing something.
Yeah, where would the light bulbs go on that thing? You know what I mean? Where are the little screw ins for the bulbs or plug-ins?
Oh, I have a video that I want to share with you guys. Oh my gosh, I have to get it up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come off screen share for a minute, and we'll get
Okay,
this.
I can show like just this building first.
Sounds good.
Okay. Present, share screen, entire screen.
Got that.
All right.
33 watching officially. Illuminati.
Of
confirmed.
course. What else would there be? 34.
I stumbled on this thing today. I was wondering what the fuck is this?
What is that?
Hold on, let me come over here and look. What
You
got.
took
What
this
is
picture?
this?
No. I just
okay.
found the picture online, and I was wondering what this is.
There's no information on it?
Yeah. It's called Grotte de Chauvet. It's in France, where in my neighborhood. So, but this is on top of this cave. There's
So
like
all that's inside?
yeah. Look at how melted this is, Jen. This is what's underneath this thing.
What?
Yeah.
What is going on? What is that?
Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Yeah, this is what's under the building. This look, I think I have another picture. Yes, this.
How have you guys not covered this before? Look at that thing.
No, I'd never seen it before. I have like a look.
Hold on. Let me see here. I've never seen this before.
No, me neither.
This is really weird.
Daryl Davis is tardy. Welcome, Daryl.
What's up, Daryl? You're looking here.
And this is the top part of this cavern, I guess.
Wow.
And look what they did, you know. Brutalist again.
Yeah, brutalist. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was. I didn't know. I just found it. Just look at it while you were talking. What it was, you know, because I found it this morning. I put it in my folder that to search.
There's so many pictures in this. My goodness.
So this is that's underneath this thing, you know. So I don't know what building was there before.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Well, you did not disappoint. You said you found something really cool, and you sure did.
Pretty interesting formation of melted.
Yeah, you can see like doors and windows over on the right and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
the windows.
baby.
What is this? It looks like.
Yeah, brick melted. There's like a doorway over there. There's
Yeah, it's
Melted, muffed up brick.
underneath this weird thing.
Very strange. This thing that
I don't know what this is here.
It's probably all connected in some way. There's another one over to the right of it too up there.
Yep.
It's probably all one massive building, wherever this thing is or was.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at the pictures of the drawings and stuff of Babylon, those cities went on for days. They were huge, massive.
Yeah.
And also, you were this reminded me of the lattice of the cemetery there, this mountain.
Yeah.
You'll see that this is in Bulgaria.
Oh, wow.
Another place. Just amazing. It's again just some lattice work, natural. What they say. And you'll see.
Did you see that thing I sent you recently on that natural brick wall?
Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah. Look at this.
Speaking of crazy John just showed up. Everyone's coming in late.
What's up, Crazy John? You guys are tardy.
And Scott Clark just got here, and I think that's all. They try to sneak in, but I'm watching.
Thank you. I knew I invited you for a reason. You're my watchdog.
Oh yeah, see, she liked that one down there.
Jeannie liked it.
If you put like stairs and graves like on each level, you would have like kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
This is very true.
Nah.
Yeah, this is what it looks like from the air.
Yeah. See, that's what you were trying to do, Jen, but you couldn't figure out.
Yeah, whatever. I love how you guys bust my chops.
Right?
That's what brothers and sisters do.
Another reason you invited me on. No. You get yelled at by someone soon.
All right. So did you find what
Yeah,
you?
I found it. I'm good where I gotta go.
Well, that was cool.
Yeah, it was really cool, SHEPU.
Gotta look at more of that stuff.
All right, I'm gonna go in my screen share here real quick. It's a quick
But
video, but it's astonishing. The video, I gotta say. Let me know if you guys can see this. Okay.
Yes.
Now this is torch lighting. It's called torch lighting on St. Peter's Basilica. Torch lighting, okay? And this is in the 30s, by the way. Where does it say it here? Does it say? It says the year on here somewhere when you look in the description. It's in the 20s or 30s. So it's not like they're even using electricity. But watch this, guys. First off, look at the obelisk right here out front with the tech on top. You got that right there. All right, here we go. I'm showing you what it looks like during the day. There's the tech on top. There's the guys doing their thing, right? They're all just climbing around like it's no big thing, No, they're not thousands of feet high or hundreds of feet high. But look at this.
Well, that's them putting.
Look at this. Look, you see this?
What did he?
That's how they lit the World's Fair like that.
Look at this. They're putting in lantern lights. Okay, lights.
Stop it.
Really? Come on.
They don't
This
even
is
show them
AI
lighting them. They just show them putting them in. And look, this is what you get.
I didn't think these are not lanterns. Oh,
I'm telling you, look, we'll go back. Look.
This is,
God.
good night, everyone. This is getting ridiculous.
I know.
Okay,
They got their baskets on their backs, right?
So
They're
all
doing
those
all
ways.
this.
Can you stop it a little bit? Go back a little bit.
Yeah, no problem. Let me go back.
Right towards keep going a little bit more. Keep going. Keep going forward. Picture go forward. You're going
this
back.
way?
Yeah. Stop. So
Okay.
all of
There it is.
right there. Stop. All those little nodules that we see on these buildings, they're sticking lanterns on top of them. That's what they're telling me.
That's
Now, tell me this.
they
Okay,
do not
they don't-
even attach them. How windy it is there.
exactly. They're showing
It's
them
in
putting them.
Chicago, for Christ's sakes.
Look, I'm telling you. They're
and
putting
then
them
in the
in during the
morning
day. They're
before
not
sun-
showing them lighting them. Okay, how are they in the basket? Are they in the baskets lit? They're just showing them putting them in, and then boom, they're all lit.
And then, of course, you got to before dawn. You got to get rid of them because you don't see them on the building.
Exactly.
No, because yeah, exactly. When you zoom in, you don't see these holders or what?
I find this
I know.
interesting because we have discussed. You got to play that again. We
I
have
am. I'm gonna play
discussed
it again.
that
I'm gonna play it
1,000
again.
times.
There you go.
Where are the guys changing the bulbs? And we've never found a single picture. Now you find a video. Literally, people are climbing over these things to put on little torches.
Uh-huh.
Like, come on. We can't find a single photo or video of them putting the light bulbs in and where they go. It's like the things that keep being created after we talk about it. You know what I'm
I
saying?
know. It's crazy.
We're like, Jen goes, "Hey, what are we counting from? BC and AD if we don't believe in Christ." And then like the next day, it seemed like every article was like BCE and CE. Like, oh, we'll change that. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
instead of BC and AD.
it's some crazy stuff, but there it is. I mean, I was just blown away by it. Hold on, I think I have a couple of more to look at for that one. Maybe.
Oh no! And it says Matt says JLo destroyed Ben. Oh,
Yeah, this one right here.
Could have been another location, but
Okay, hold on. Let me go back over here.
we've had enough, says Malcolm.
All the way at the bottom here. I had another one. This one here.
okay, it's St. Peter's Square. Okay, what?
Oh, more on the illumination of St. Peter's Basilica. And here they have the whole thing illuminated up.
No.
And again, here, this again, all lit up.
Where are the guys climbing up that?
Supposedly with torch lamps. And I had one where they showed the guy going up through the thing, like just getting done with it. And he was, let me see if I could go back or go down.
So what can you put that's a torch that burns inside a bag that doesn't burn the bag? Or does it, oh, maybe the bag burns away and that's why they have to redo it in the morning.
Oh,
Maybe that's it.
oh, hold on a second.
Still doesn't explain why they don't blow away like SHEPU says.
Yeah, I mean, none of it makes sense with this thing here.
No.
All right, let me close that out. Go back over here to this. Watch that one more time here.
And what these guys are doing, you know? What?
We're just sliding down this thing like it ain't nothing but a thing. They're just dropping these in, no problem. You know, like nobody's afraid of heights or anything, apparently. And at the end of this, you're supposed to see them coming back up, like they're walking back up and they're all done. Their baskets are empty, but I think that's another video.
It doesn't even look like he has enough in his basket to do. How many times do you have to go up and down?
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Look at this.
Exactly.
I can't get over that. That's ridiculous.
It's really bizarre. Let me see if I can find another one of that.
He says the Movie City Flow. Funny people.
Yeah, I thought I had another video for that. It was pretty crazy. Let me see if I can copy and paste it maybe. Go this right here. Copy. All right, let's go in here and put this here. See if I can get some more up on it.
Yeah, see, it's the same video. So that's
This
the
one's
only
52 seconds long. This one might be a better one because this one was, the other one was only 42 seconds. Let me see if this one will play a little bit to the other.
Well, it's probably just because they added their logo and stuff. It's the same video. I use my discernment.
Yeah, it's pretty much
Oh,
the
wait,
same.
no, I take it back. There's 2 seconds or so at the end of the building. If you play at the very end. Yeah, there's that shot. It ends. The other one, I think, ends there.
It's not even the same viewpoint.
Yes, it's a little bit different, this one. This one's a little
Yeah, a
different.
couple little frames that are new.
How many cameras were they had? What?
Somebody
And
would have had
that
to go
thing-
back up there and light it all up because they're just putting in the things. They're not
Yeah.
They're not lit in the bag.
And he's not securing it at all. At all. Like any wind would blow him over. He just gently set it on top.
Yeah, really strange. Let me go back a picture here. See what we got.
Maybe that's what the fireworks for. They shoot the fireworks and they hit
That
the
was the
things
one
and
we
they light
watched.
the
This
lanterns.
one up here was the 52-second one.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah, they all fall down and they light it up.
They light it up with the fireworks. With the demonic fireworks.
1935.
Yeah, with the demonic fireworks. Climbing St. Peter's Dome. I don't think they have anything in here about that lighting stuff.
No.
I found that to be very interesting, though.
So AA's only made one fake video on that so far. We'll probably find 2 or 3 more soon.
Oh, yeah, there'll be a whole shit ton of them any minute now. Yeah, I don't see any more down here for that.
It's just like, you and Brian both talking about World War II and all the weirdness there, and suddenly there's like planes that are made of like birds. I mean, what the heck was that one?
Yeah, the German bird planes are crazy. Yeah, I can bring them up for sure.
I'm just saying, it's like never saw it, and all of a sudden there were all these photos.
Well, nobody's really talked about them. I happened to come across them, and I was like, what the heck is this? And yeah, the Germans had planes, and they look like birds. And they were the first planes that they used to drop bombs. They did it by hand. Here they are right here. Germans had bird planes. Pretty crazy.
Yeah,
And
that's-
they actually had a whole flock of them. As you can see here, there's a whole flock of bird planes. I can get this to close out. I don't know where the heck it just went. All right, I think I closed it out. It's freaking commercials that come up on these sites and stuff.
It's probably right next to it, maybe sometime. There you go.
So here you can see there's like 5, 8 of them, maybe. I don't know. Right here on this one, it's like they had a whole flock of these things.
Wow. Yeah, because who wouldn't believe that's not a giant bird? I mean,
I never learned about this in school. Never learned about the German bird planes at all. They were the first bombers. Here you can see like it looks like a bird fight going on right here between the English and the Germans. But the English have a regular plane. The Germans have a bird plane. And yeah, it's pretty crazy.
And that's another one on a side note that messed with my head, Mandela, is the Red Baron's plane that Snoopy would fight.
Yeah.
It's now a triple decker.
Triple
Uh-huh.
decker, yeah.
Yeah.
See if you can find that one. That's something
Yeah,
else.
look at the Red Baron. Hold on.
Yeah, these bird planes, if you looked it up from the sky, they would look like exactly what they call these Thunderbirds,
that.
Exactly.
If you didn't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now there's a triple decker on the Red Baron's plane. No, thank you. As many times as I loved reading Snoopy and Drew It and all that, and I had like some weird Snoopy game.
It never had a triple decker. Never,
No.
ever, ever.
Decker. It's so weird.
That's just bizarre.
Like, what's the point? It's like what is it? The guy in Cheap Trick has 2 necks on one guitar. I'm like, at what point is it like just for show? That doesn't do anything more aerodynamic.
Put a 1 in the chat if you remember 2 tiers on the Red Baron. Put a 2 in the chat if you remember 3 tiers.
There's one that does tours around here, a
Mhm.
Red Baron plane, and there's only 2 wings. On
Really?
that.
Right.
Get a picture of
Zach.
that.
Zach.
Yeah, the German bird planes, though, they're crazy. I had never learned anything about them in school. They were very bird-like. Their wings even flapped up and down. They had
Did they
wires.
really?
Yeah. If you look at a model of one, a working model of one, YouTube has it.
Yeah, the video with
They
the
show
wings.
the controls on the wires. There's certain wires in there, and they if you move them a certain way, like a rudder, the wings would move up and down and stuff.
Yeah, they flap. Yeah.
No joke. Yep. It's for
That's
real.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's crazy. Getty image. This is a one right here. You can see the wings were very sleek, very bird-like.
No one can say we don't live in exciting times because everything can change.
Here
right
on
under-
this one, the scale model, you can see the wiring that's on these things. This is what they had on these wires. And in the controls, you would be able to pull certain ones certain ways, and they would flap up and down and stuff.
Hey, look at the price of this image. What?
Wow.
Ridiculous. That's
Yeah.
they don't want you to have it, you know. Who would pay $500 for this?
Yeah, it's crazy. 1908. 1908.
That's what they do, you know. The books that you don't know, they don't want you to read. They put ridiculous price on them. I don't know if you ever try to search for.
There's a whole scam on that if you look into it, because Getty, that's one of the big Illuminati families, and that company will actually go and find other people's photos and then copyright them, and then you have to pay them to use it. There was a case, even there was a gal that they took her photo, and they were trying to sue her for using it, and it was her photo. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. There you have
Everything
it.
else, they take the regular resources that are free and they put their own tax charges on it and sell it to you.
Yeah, we're in Lucifer's world. Let me see, what do I got here? Oh, the illumination thing. Okay. All right. That. I got this. I'm trying to go through here and see if I missed anything on my tabs.
And the highest bid we had on that photo was $480 for better than
Oh, look at this column right here.
not a penny more.
I don't even know where that one's located, but I was trying to see it. All right, let's get off of that page there. Let me see what I get over here.
Juan Truth is extremely dirty.
Oh my God, Juan. I'm grateful you're here, but gee.
He's going to say he's fighting the Moai. That's always his excuse.
I don't feel dirty.
Now that...
He got held up by the Moai.
I'm back home. I'm home.
This is more about the cart ruts, this whole page here, but I have one that I used on the last show. I just haven't been able to locate it yet. It's really good, and I'll make sure I get that to you guys when I find it. Let me see here. What is this? Bulk Creek Park. Okay, we don't need that. More cart ruts. Did you know they found cart ruts in Arizona and Texas?
Yeah.
It does shock me.
Yeah. Clearly they had trolley and
Next we'll find them underwater, of course, you know.
Oh yeah, they're underwater. They go deep into the water. They don't even know where they end in the water. I think it's off the coast of Malta or somewhere else right around there. The cart ruts do that. Okay, I'm just going through these tabs, making sure I covered everything. Got the wagon ruts. Okay, there we go. Cemetery.
If you kill them, then it'll run a little faster for you. You don't need it anymore.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna kill them. I'm just going through making sure I haven't skipped over anything at all. All right, so yeah, there we go. Okay, that one, and yep. Sorry. Let me just read that for a second.
On that etching, you can see that they're pouring the metal, like I don't know where they were pouring something, doing the tracks.
Uh-huh.
And the thing that you said, that the Romans, they found like traces of metal and iron in those tracks. It's really.
Yeah, they said that they were using why they found metal in the streets of Pompeii is because they were using metal slag to fill the potholes.
Yeah, that's the funniest thing ever.
That's bullshit, because we know that they had trolley cars and tram cars, so we would expect to see metal in the streets. So what they come up with for the metal in the streets is, oh, they were filling potholes.
Yeah, because that's the easiest thing to fill a pothole is liquid metal.
Yeah, right, exactly. Again, this is pictures of different trolley tracks train tracks and stuff like that. It's the same as what we see in the old world, except we're seeing what's left over, the melted down versions of their footprints. Which is right here. That's what's found in Texas. This one, I believe, is in Texas, and there's ones in Arizona as well. I had no idea, but we're going to definitely get into those one day here coming up soon. So yeah, that's all I got there. Who wants to go next with presenting anything? Do you have something specific you want to look at or present at all?
You're talking to me? Or
Either one.
Yes, she is.
Either one of
I
it.
got nothing. I'm working all day on what I'm working on for tomorrow. I got nothing. I'm still working on that.
On it.
I can show you some panda things, but that's about it.
Well, I'm gonna have to go soon to pick up my husband from work. So if you guys don't have anything really, too long or anything, we can look at it, and then I'm probably just gonna get ready to get out of here.
Yeah, we could look at something, just a couple
Yes,
clips of last night. I was watching something on TV on PBS. It's a public broadcast system. I think I recorded it from my TV, so I think I can show some clips of it.
Okay.
But, I look at, we are teachers here. We are teaching stuff, so we are allowed to show it.
Right. Educational and informative.
I find, like you said, if you record it off of your phone on the
it's
TV,
on public TV.
and then I would kill the audio too, because sometimes they listen for that and get you with that.
Yeah, I think if we play just clips, it would be okay, and we talk over it, because it's really interesting what they say. For
I definitely can help talk over things. That's my wheelhouse.
I've never had, like, I showed stuff from PBS before, never had trouble. Not like BBC or things like that, or History Channel. They really go on it. So I hope.
Public broadcasting system, we shouldn't have a problem with it, right?
No, it's a public.
Yeah. CFM's like, no.
I know.
Like, yeah, let's go for it. Fuck it, I lose another channel. Who cares?
That's one of the funniest things you said. Yeah, they're monsters when their stuff.
As long as it's not BBC. Oh, see, I got the phone call. You guys can show your stuff, though. I'm just going to mute out.
Yeah, I think we. that is that a sign? CFM, is that a sign?
I don't know. I'm way more cautious nowadays, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think they would like do anything.
Let's roll the dice. Go for it. Let's see where we go.
All right, guys, I gotta go pick him up. So that's gonna be about a 15-minute round trip. Do you want to just go on with this or what?
Well, he's not even sure he wants to show it now. We're scared.
If it was on my channel, I would show it, because I don't. Okay, but it's your new channel, Jen. I don't
All right,
want
guys.
anything
Well, we're
to
just
happen.
gonna end it there. Why don't you? Do you have a link you can drop in the chat for everybody to look at or anything? Or
No, I could, because
it's on
He
your
filmed
phone.
it on his phone. It's a PBS, and they're real nasty about it. But he took and filmed it off of the TV, so maybe.
But yeah, no, I recorded like with my I don't know how it's called. It's a recorder on TV, and I put it on my computer, so it's the original that passed on TV.
Well, here's what I mean. If we're not going to play it tonight, for anything in the future, this is what I'm doing now. I'll take it and I'll make it just a separate video, and like a backup channel, post it on there. You can post it private, and if there's a copyright issue, it'll tell you.
Oh,
And if I get no copyright issue, then it gets on the show, on the regular show.
yeah, maybe I'll try that before, and because it's really interesting. It's they found in the Amazonian jungle, where they say that nobody ever lived like in that jungle because it's too dense and it's anything. Not even 2 years ago, last year they did LiDAR and stuff, and they found really interesting stuff, because they found not villages, like pyramids and stuff. And that woman said that everywhere she digs and look, she found like bricks and pottery and stuff, and the mounds that were there.
The hills. She used
The
the word
hills.
hills. Hills.
The
Okay.
hills. are all man-made.
She said after digging around and finding all this stuff, she's come to the determination that these hills are man-made.
Yeah. And with the LiDAR stuff, they found like a big pyramid right in the middle of a village, not a village, a city, underneath all the foliage. But in that footage, they talk like the forest was there. I don't think the forest was like that. They don't say that the forest wasn't there. And also they found like all these side of hills that you see in Arizona and stuff with like buildings on the side of them. They found the same thing in the so they found the same thing in the Amazonian jungle.
Nice.
So probably the next show will show this.
Yeah. Like throw it on somewhere where you're not worried. Mark it private, not even public, and then it'll go through the checks. And if it passes, you're good to go. That's what I've been doing. Yeah. It took me forever to figure this out.
Yeah, I don't want Jen to be struck again. So
no.
Struck like lightning. All right, guys. Well, we're going to get out of here. I got to go pick up the hubby. I'm not going to go out with a song tonight. I just want to say thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me tonight. And thank you for your presentation, SHEPU and CFM.
Well, hey, thanks for inviting me. And I have my show tomorrow night, 6 p.m. West Coast.
Yes.
So.
That's right. That's right. Tomorrow night over at CFM's channel, we'll all be there. And also, if you're interested in winning a hoodie, all you have to do is submit your name through an email. My email's posted here in the chat. All you got to do is list it as contest for the subject, and your name will be entered into the contest. There it is there to win a hoodie. And we're going to do the drawing on the 23rd, guys. So make sure you get your names in. I already have about 9 names down as of right now. It's going to be a 2-week period. You have to get your name in there. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right. So like I always say, let it not be said that we stood by and did nothing. I love you guys, and we are out of here.
Everyone.
I
said.